Washington, D.C., very important place, and that is why also I would like to express my particular satisfaction from being here in Rayburn House of the Congress. It's extremely symbolic to be here today. Yesterday we mentioned that our deliberations much very important time, so Russia Day, and it was very proper answer of free nations, captive nations, and those that were slightly more lucky but still feel enormous pressure from Russian Federation to respond to all statements. I should mention also particular situation today. We maintained as part of our conference in the night. We observed the escalation in the Middle East with a preemptive strike of Israel on Iran nuclear installations, or I should say uranium enrichment installations. For me, since the outset being against the JCPOA agreement reached with the free world with Iran, I always thought that it was incomplete, missing important part of missile development in Iran, of meddling terrorist meddling in the Middle East and outside, of maintaining extraterritorial killings like Russian Federation in Europe, including terrorist strike on my friend, colleague Alejo Vidal Quadras, former deputy president of the European Parliament, a staunch supporter of Iranian opposition like myself, actually. There were many attempts, and that shows that authoritarian regimes nowadays cooperate. For many of Europeans, Americans, the knowledge of the level of cooperation between Russia and Iran was something new. Many people also in Ukraine were taken aback by sending shattered drones to Ukraine to fight war against civilian population, to maintain, to commit war crimes by Russian Federation. The Iranian regime was like Lukashenko's regime, Cuban, Venezuelan, and many others, an accomplice to not only to war efforts, war crimes and genocide, when we take into account what happened to Bucha, Irpin, to other places. Therefore, we have to look on developments going on globally nowadays from this perspective. But we are here first and foremost to reiterate the importance of support for captive nations. When they were first enumerated here in Washington, the list missed many of nations that are so well known to us. In particular, those who are still imprisoned in the prison of nations namely Russian Federation. So it was fascinating to listen to your voices yesterday. I can feel simply, Janusz read my CV, but for a person of my background, it is simply feeling your thoughts, your ambitions, your dreams about freedom. Actually, our history was mingled with many of your nations, of countries, with so many Poles sent to Siberia or perishing also of imperial and neo-imperial posture, but by Tsars, Russia, by the Soviet Union and Russian Federation. Therefore, from all my knowledge, I would like also to praise unique people who are somehow with us. Once more I name Ilya Ponomaryov because I really value the courage of person who was able and brave enough to stand against annexation, illegal, unprovoked annexation of Crimea, and then full-scale invasion of Russian Federation of Ukraine. All of our discussions are somehow focused on Ukraine. We know very well that future of all of us, but I'm sure that it goes much broader. Future of the world depends on the result of the war waged by Russia in Ukraine. So it is not only to us to tell that Ukraine should win, and then discussing what kind of victory it might be and what may be understood as victory. I'm absolutely sure that if free world allows Russia to have prevailing position in this, or Russia not to be defeated after this kind of actions taken in previous decades, it means simply collapse of values we know and state order we know. It may be step by step, but that is why I repeat every time I speak out. It is Russia should be defeated, and according to my knowledge, it is also very important to support opposition in places like Latin America and Iran and other places that cooperate so deeply with Russian Federation. Also naturally with the PRC, China. It's also this area of my particular interest, and we should remember about fate of Uyghurs, Tibetans, the security threat against Taiwan, because actually this evil axis of authoritarian states is regardless of our efforts, still quite strong. We have to increase these efforts. When we speak about sanctions, it is important to speak about all tools that are in our disposal, show necessity to tighten this network, not to allow circumvention of sanctions against the authoritarian regimes, Russian Federation in particular, but also now I would like to mention Iran in this and others in this respect. We focus on the fate and human rights of fighters for freedom. Many of your compatriots are imprisoned, being it in Russian Federation or elsewhere. So we stand by them. We have to remember always about prisoners of conscience. All the best to all of you.
Okay, thank you as always, Anna.